Hey guys, basically I'm back here, and just saying real quick, if you hear my voice sound a little pitchy throughout the whole video, I'm sorry. I am still kind of sick, and I'm kind of recovering still, but I wanted to make this video because, well, you might have seen, if you have Instagram, you might have seen Swifty Plush Productions story that he is making FNAF Movie customs, and well, you can kind of see where I'm going with this, but yeah, I made 4 of the 6 FNAF movie customs that I'm currently making, or the ones I've already made. The only ones that I haven't made right now are Golden Freddy and Spring Bonnie. I don't know if I'm gonna make like the human characters like Mike or Abby. I don't know if I'm gonna make those yet, just because like they don't really seem to be that distinct from everything. I mean, sure, they're human characters, but still, I mean, distinct in, like, design-wise, you know. I guess I'm being hypocritical here. The FNAF movie designs aren't really distinct either. I mean, they're distinct, but not to the point where it's like, if you make them in the plushies, they're gonna be looking more game accurate than anything. But anyways, you know, I'll say more on that once we actually get into the review, which is starting right now. And to start off, we have none other than our boy Freddy Fazbear. Now let me just say, for all of the ones I've made so far, for like, you know, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, I have used the tie-dye plushies for the base, because, you know, you guys know that I just use, like, other plushies, like, I just buy the plushies and just cover them with felt. It's just easier for me than to use patterns, because 1, I don't know how to use a pattern, and 2, I just like this more. It's more suitable for me, you know. But you know, once again, I feel like I'll just say that's just me. And you can see what I mean by when I say more game accurate, because like this technically is FNAF Movie Freddy mainly because of the color. FNAF Movie Freddy's color is very light, at least from the pictures I've seen. But realistically, if you were to show this to anybody and not be, you know, part of the FNAF movie, if they didn't even know this was a part of the FNAF movie, they would say this is just game accurate Freddy. And honestly, I take that as a compliment, because still these guys are very, very good. At least Freddy is. And obviously he used a tie-dye Freddy for the base, and I'm still very proud of how this turned out. I used the eyes, you know, from the tie-dye Freddy plush and just glued them on there, did all that. I added the black in the background, you know, I don't know, why did I say background? Is it background or foreground? I don't know the proper term or definition, but yeah, you could see, you know, I added that eerie distinct feature to make them look more like animatronics, and these are like suits and everything, that kind of stuff. You know, and I also, like, the thing about the FNAF movie customs that I made is I tried to make them accurate to the FNAF movie designs, obviously, but also more reminiscent to the Funko plushies, you know, not be too distinct in, like, design, I should say. You know, besides the body and everything, I mean, like, the ears being attached to the actual head and not them being separate, and, you know, only being held together by a little, like, metal pipe or whatever. I don't think it's a pipe, it's like a little rod or something, I don't know what it is, but, you know, they're just attached to his actual suit head, you know, like the Funko plushies are and everything. And speaking of which, I actually reused a Freddy hat for this. Yeah, I just had a Freddy hat lying around, and I didn't feel like making a new one, so, you know, good thing I had this. And, you know, not much to say for him. Also, Freddy's bow tie is actually using a different material than it's using, like, the FNAF Foxy material. If you're questioning me in the comments right now, or if you're about to, let me just explain. If you guys look in the pictures, you would see that both Bonnie and Freddy's bow ties are pretty shiny, actually. Like, I don't know why it is like that, but it actually is. Like, if you look very, very closely, then you'll be able to see and tell. If I'm wrong on that, then I'm wrong on that. It really doesn't matter. It still looks good. It looks like FNAF Movie Freddy. That's really all it needs to be. Next up is my personal favorite, and probably the best one, Bonnie. The reason why Bonnie's my favorite is because, 1, I used an entirely different material for this. It's not felt like how Freddy is. It's actually, like, you know, a soft kind of material. And obviously, you know, this used a tie-dye Bonnie plush for the base and everything. And the one thing I like about this is the colors. Like, the only thing you can tell, you know, the one thing you could tell you distinctly between just FNAF 1 Bonnie and FNAF Movie Bonnie is the color, because, you know, in almost every iteration, we see Bonnie more as a darkish purple. I don't know, once again, I don't know the proper color, and I don't feel like looking it up, because how can I look something up I don't even know? But yeah, you know, Bonnie is more purplish, as FNAF Movie Bonnie is kind of more dark bluish, or like dark gray bluish, you know, that kind of thing. Don't get me wrong, don't tell me about my colors, okay? I don't care anymore. But, you know, I just like the colors on him just because, like I said, it's accurate to the FNAF movie, Bonnie, and that's you know, how it should be. And like I said with Freddy, Bonnie's bow tie is also very shiny, which I don't know why it's like that, but I'm not complaining. Also, if you're wondering where his strap is, just so you guys know, it's part of his guitar. Like, he has a strap to put on the guitar. We see him without the strap in the movie, or in the trailers at the very least. I don't know why I said movie, because the movie hasn't come out yet. But yeah. You know, and, you know, the eyes are still, I am sorry for the amount of strokes I am having. I am still, oh my god, I'm still sick and everything. You guys get the pain. Like with Freddy, I just reused the eyes and everything, you know, from FNAF Movie Bonnie, or, no, from Tie-Dye Bonnie. Why am I fucking up everything? I'm not gonna bother censoring that, because I don't do it ever. And, you know, also like Funkos or whatever, almost every body iteration or custom I make, you know, it's just like 2 pieces of this material glued together, and it stays up pretty well, but it is more floppy than the rest, and I think it's just because the material is very light. But, you know, that's just me. Yeah, you know, these 2 are probably my 2 personal favorites, but Bonnie is probably the best, in my opinion. And now we're getting into Chica. Now, Chica here, I feel like I could have done a few things better, mainly when it has to do with the material, because obviously I used a tie-dye Chica for this, and I don't know why, but it just kind of blends in. Well, not blends in, but like you could see the actual tie-dye Chica orange material blend out. I don't know why it's like that, but it is. And also, there's a lot of cracks and holes in this, and I really need to fix that up. Once again, guys, I am sick, so pardon me. But, you know, I feel like one thing I did do okay on, or whatever, is, you know, the orange feet, as it's kind of split here, and her feet aren't just, plain orange. It's not just her little stub feet. It actually kind of shows her actual legs, like the original Chica plushes, you know. Like I already said, I'm trying to make these guys consistent with actual Funko design and FNAF movie design. Obviously, since I used a tie-dye Chica for this, I just used her bib, again. I just reused her bib, and funny story, I actually printed out a bib, like, out of a printer. It was just gonna be a paper bib, but I realized that she already had a bib that was 10 times better, so there was no point in me making that, and I just wasted ink, so I'm sorry for myself. Now, I know Chica probably only has, like, guys, please forgive me. Like I said, I'm pretty sure Chica has 4 feathers on the top, but I only added 3 because 1, you won't even see the 4th feather, and 2, it just looks fine. I didn't feel like doing more. A fun fact though, Chica's actual iris here, or whatever, iris color, was the same color as Bonnie's, but I colored it purple because obviously her eyes are more purple than anything. Originally I was gonna keep her beak, and like, I guess are like her orange parts of her beak and her feet, I was gonna keep those the same, but then I realized, one, it didn't really look that good, you know, keeping it the same and everything. It just looked very weird, and also I got glue stains on the orange part, so that sucked, so I had to cover that up. But yeah, you know, everything here is good. I will say Chica's probably my second to least favorite, but if you can know what my least favorite is. Now, if you like this plush, then good for you. But out of all the ones I've made so far, this is probably my least favorite, and you can kind of see why. It's either the face or it's the face. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know what I messed up on the face. And let me just say real quick, I used a tie-dye Mangle for this, because for the love of God, I could not find a tie-dye Foxy plush anywhere. It was ridiculous. So I just had to, you know, use what was the closest thing, and you know, use this. I was going to use a spare Foxy. Like, if you remember in the plush collection, I had a duplicate Foxy plush, you know, that I added to the video or whatever. I was gonna use that for this, but then I realized, one, it was stupid since he's practically the same Foxy. Maybe not the same Foxy, but still a Foxy in general, so not much change really was necessary. And 2, he was also becoming very rare randomly. I don't know why he was becoming rare. He was literally in GameStop like a year ago or 2. I don't know. I don't remember when. But, you know, he was there, and I didn't want to use him, and so I just decided to use Mangle. And Also, I will say the body is actually missing a lot more detail, because if you guys haven't seen, recently at Halloween Horror Nights in Universal or whatever, Blumhouse, you know how Blumhouse holds those things every year. I don't know the proper terms, grammars. Guys, I'm tired. It's actually early for me. I just want to get this out so freaking Swifty doesn't make me. But, you know, like I was saying at Halloween Horror Nights, or I don't even know if it's called that, guys. If it's not called that, you get the gist. But they actually had the actual costumes of the FNAF movie characters, like of the main gang, and we got to see them all up and close. At least the people that went there did, and we got to see videos and photos only. And I could definitely see that there was a lot missing from Foxy here. One, his second tuft of fur, that kind of sticks out on his little cheeks or whatever. I didn't add that mainly because I don't know, like it just would have looked weird, and also like this was a mango plush, so I couldn't really add that anyway to make it blend in with the actual material, so that was kind of hard. Let me just say the only one I might go back to is obviously Foxy, because he needs a lot of change. Also the snout was very short. I never realized how short Tie-Dye Mangle's snout was, because it's very short. Like, look at that. Foxy's snout is like decently long. Like, I don't know why it was like that. No way on the Tie-Dye Mangle plush, but still, it just doesn't work. And also, just so you know, the yellow eye here was just obviously used from the Tie-Dye Mangle, because I was lucky I was looking for that, at least. Also, I gave him a hook, and I also added this little gray spot, because he technically does have that, but the hook is the same color as the stub, and his endo parts and everything that stick out, so I don't know what the point was. Also, one thing I find really inconsistent, I used a piece of felt here for his chest, but every other piece of withering is done with Sharpie. What is wrong with me? But yeah, guys, that is it for my FNAF movie customs. Sorry if I either rambled or made things very cringe or stupid. I am just, like I said at the beginning, I'm still sick. You can even hear it. Like, listen. Yeah, you can hear it. I'm still recovering, stuffy, allergies, all that. Weather's guys, can we just okay, that is it for this video, guys. I just wanted to make this because, one, I was planning on showing these guys anyway, but I also wanted to get ahead before Swifty does. I get that Swifty takes like a million years on his customs, but still, I wanted to get ahead. Please, anyways, goodbye.